Good morning girls. Today I would like to explain about the e-payment system. Introduction. An e-commerce payment system or an electronic payment system facilitates the acceptance of electronic payment for online transactions. Also known as a subcomponent of electronic data interchange, e-commerce payment systems have become increasingly popular due to the widespread use of the internet-based shopping and banking. E-commerce is nothing but we are paying payments through online, that is called as an e-payment system. uh, Nowadays the internet based shoppings and banking sector will be very uh, growing day by day, so that we are even payments are also occurred through online, so that we introduced e-payment system for easy payments. When you purchase goods and services online, you pay for them using an electronic medium. This mode of payment without using cash or check is called an e-commerce payment system and is also known as online or electronic payment system. So it is nothing but when we made a purchase of goods or service through online, we can pay the payment through electronic medium only, that is through online medium, online mode. That payment, that means without using of cash or checks, is called an e-commerce payment system. E-payment system is also known as electronic payment or online payment also. The growing use of internet-based banking and shopping has been the growth of various e-commerce payment systems, and technology has been developed to increase, improve and provide secure e-payment transactions, because it is based on the online payment system, so that the technology also provide lot of security for the transactions. Paperless e-commerce payments have revolutionized the payment processing by reducing paperwork, transactions cost, and personal cost. The systems are user-friendly and consume less time than manual processing and help business extend their market reach. So, in online payment system, most probably we are depending on paperless payments. It is a very revolutionary manner, and it reduces the paperwork, and it also minimizes the transaction cost and personal cost of the customers as well as the business units also. The system is very user friendly and it consumes less time compared to traditional payment system or manual payment system. The next thing is methods of electronic payment system. One of the most popular payment form online is credit and debit cards. Besides them, there are also alternative payment methods such as bank transfers, electronic wallets, smart cards, or Bitcoin wallet. Bitcoin is the most popular cryptocurrency. Nowadays, we heard so many times Bitcoin regarding the Bitcoin currency. It is like a cryptocurrency, and other things are credit and debit cards, e-wallets. Even we have smart cards, and we have online transfers from bank to bank or account to account, and lot of things are there. All those online payments are comes under e-payment system only. E-payment methods could be classified into two areas: credit payment system and cash payment systems. So whatever payment we make to other party, we may pay in two ways. One is credit basis and the other one is cash basis. So even in e-commerce also we are using these two methods: credit based payment systems and cash based payment systems. So credit payment systems. Under credit payment system, we are using credit cards. Credit card is nothing but a form of the e-payment system which requires cardholder for making payments online or through an electronic device without the use of cash. So in this credit card, we are using a plastic coated card with a microchip, and this card are given by the financial institutions, that means the banks to their customers, the banks to their customers. And in this credit card, customer can use or can make the use of cash. After that, he can pay the cash to the bank. And the next thing is e-wallet. a form of prepaid account that stores users' financial data like debit and credit card information to make an online transaction easier. E-wallets, nowadays we are almost using e-wallets. It's like a prepaid card. When we went to a store or shopping malls, we use this e-wallets. In this e-wallet or e-wallet cards, the financial data and the entire information regarding the online transactions are installed in that e-wallets. And the next one is smart cards. Smart card is also like a card, a plastic card with a microprocessor that can be loaded with funds to make transactions, also known as a chip card. The smart card have the microprocessor for the software application, and the microchip is also there in that particular card, and it is loaded with fund to make transactions. In this smart card, with the help of microprocessor and that particular chip, the entire fund in the sense the accounting information as well as the regarding the monetary transactions, all the information will be loaded in that particular smart card. With that we can use for payments. These three are the regarding the credit based payment systems, because once we use using of these particular cards, and afterwards we make a payment. The other side we have cash payment systems also. Under cash payment system, direct debit, a financial transaction in which the account holder instructs the bank to collect a specific amount of money from his account electronically to pay for goods or service. So financial transactions in which the account holder instructs the bank to collect a specific amount of money from his account electronically to pay for goods or services. In direct debit system, when we went to shopping or some other places, we insisted that particular persons who are there in that place, we instruct the bank to give that particular amount from our account to others account. So the amount electronically to pay for goods and services from our bank account only. Next, e-check. Nowadays even we are using e-checks in the form of digital version. A digital version of an old paper check. It's an electronic transfer of money from a bank account, usually checking account without the use of paper check. E-cash is a form of an electronic payment system where a certain amount of money is stored on a client's device and made accessible for online transactions. So with the e-check, without using a paper check, or we can use e-check, and we can easily transfer from one place to another place with the help of e-checks. And store value cards. These cards nowadays we here and there in shopping malls and all other places we are using. In the store value card, a card with a certain amount of money that can be used to perform the transaction in the issuer store. The store valued cards are issued by the store people or shopping malls. They issue these cards to their customers, and whenever they go to the particular shopping mall, customer again they use this particular store value card. That card have a certain amount of money. With that they can get whatever they want. At the same time, store value cards are also best examples for gift cards like that. Sometimes it's like using gift cards also. So these two types are different methods what we observed in e-payment system are. One type is cash payment and the other one is credit payment. So under cash payment we pay one way, and the credit payment we pay on another way. We are using different types of cards for different payments. Next concept, advantages of electronic payment system. What are the advantages? Why we are using electronic payment system rather than the traditional market or traditional payment system? So first we observe time savings. Money transfer between virtual accounts usually takes a few minutes, while a wire transfer or a postal one may take several days. Also, you will not waste your time waiting in lines at a bank or post office. So time saving is the most important feature most important advantage of electronic payment system also, because when we are compared with traditional banking or traditional payment system, if you want to send or pay money to somebody, we can wait in a queue line, wait some a lot of time, we can waste lot of time there only. But for virtual payments or through online payments, it takes very few minutes and we can make a payment very easier than traditional payments. And next, expenses control. Even if someone is eager to bring his disbursements under control, it is necessary to be patient enough to write down all the petty expenses. So whatever we spent in past, we can write all those things. But in online payments, there is no such work for the customers. They have all the past details of all transactions, whatever happened in their account, all are stored in that particular accounting e-payment system only. If we are paying the payments through phone pay or google pay, whatever the online services available nowadays, when we pay whatever we pay, after some time we can easily uh, once we can come back and check again that the entire history of the transactions we just across through our payment system. Reduce risk of loss and theft. It can also reduce the loss and theft. If we are bringing lot of money with us, that means currency notes or paper currency, maybe there is a chance for loss and theft also. But while we are using online payments, it is very minimum level only. E-currency accounts are very secure, including our phone or system, we can easily pay that. And next thing, low commissions. If you pay for internet service provider or a mobile account or replenishment through the UPT unattended payment terminals, you will encounter high fees, as the operations consist of 1% of total amount, and this is a considerable advantage. So whatever it may be, the commission, that means whatever we are paying as a service charges, etc., that is very low compared to traditional payment system. In online payment system, it is very low, the commissions what we are paying. And the next thing is, even we have lot of advantages in e-payment system, even though we are suffered with some limitations in online payment system. The first thing is restrictions. Each payment system has its limits regarding the maximum amount in the account, the number of transactions per day, and the amount of output. That means whatever transactions we are doing a day, that is have a some limit. For example, if you are using a SBI card holder, bank account holder, you are using an SBI card. For example, if you want to make a withdrawal or something, you are using your ATM card, per day you have only 3 times use that particular card, and the minimum limit of withdrawing amount is 40,000 only. So it's have its own limitations or restrictions to use per day, how many times and how many number of transactions we can use. All these are the some of the restrictions. And the risk of being hacked, because it is open to online is open to all, there is a chance of hacked. Some unauthorized people, they may hack your entire accounting details. So that is the big problem for online payment systems. Usually the majority of electronic payment systems do not cooperate with each other. In this case, you have to use the services of e-currency exchange, and it can be time consuming. If you still do not have a trusted service for this purpose, it is very difficult to others. The lack of anonymity. The next problem is the lack of anonymity. Anonymity is nothing but the information about all the transactions, including the amount, time, and recipient, are stored in the database of the payment system, and it means the intelligence agency has an access to this information. You should decide whether it's bad or good. We have to know whether the system is good or bad, how to it working or not, we have to know. So the lack of anonymity. And the next thing is the necessity of internet access. Once we want to pay through online, compulsory we need a internet access. If there is no internet connection or internet connection suddenly fails in between the transaction, the transaction can also will be disturbed. It is in processing only, because we need suddenly we have an emergency situation, we want to pay something to some other person, but in that situation there is no net connection, or suddenly the connection is connection fails during power cuts or some other problems. If suddenly internet connection fails, the transaction may be failed also. So in emergency it is big problem to the customers. So all these are the problems. Even we are using e-payment system in rapid manner, but it have its own limitations also. So nowadays, because of the busy schedule, all the people they want to using e-payment apps and wallets only, because we are using different apps, not only through banking, even some private apps you can also using for the transfer of money from one person to another person, from one area to another area. For examples, phone pay, e-wallets, Google Pays, all these are comes under e-payment system only. And we are using all the other bank cards like debit card and credit cards also for the sake of e-payments. Even if you are using debit card, it is the it's have a limit how much you have in your account only, how much fund is there in your account, that much only you can spend through debit cards. While you can choose credit card, or you took credit card from your bank, you can spend whatever you want, and after that you can pay that amount back to your bank. So all these are comes under e-payment system. So with this, we can make payments through online easier than traditional business, because in traditional business we are waiting for a lot of time wasting, and we are paying lot of transaction cost and personal cost also. But when we choose online payment system, all these are very minimized in online payment system. Thank you, girls.